Optimus is this wise. He cares for his brethren as we do. How can we ever hope to end the war if we cannot find common ground? I notice you said end, not win. Forgive me, friend. I find I cannot fathom an end to this conflict that would feel like a win. Quote, Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime betrayed. The Autobots' greatest hope may become their ultimate downfall, with new and unexpected allies emerging. Optimus Prime must determine how he and the Autobots will move forward on their path to end the war. The most shocking Transformer story continues here. Before we dive in, a quick thank you to all our subscribers and viewers. We've just launched channel membership. They're only $1 a month and help support more videos like this. As a member, you'll get access to a few exclusive videos, while 90% of everything from comics in action and billion action will always stay free for everyone to enjoy. If you like to support the channel and be part of our growing community, please consider joining for just $1 a month. Presented by Skybound Entertainment, distributed by Image Comics, Transformers Volume 4, Issue 26, Energon Universe. Thundercracker demands to know where the horrible ship sent them. Then Wily opens fire on Jazz and Wheeljack. He shouts that the ship corrupted Skywarp's power centers and hurled them to the darkest corner of the planet. No one can imagine the horrors they've seen. Still panicked from his Cobra ordeal, Thundercracker insists he must free Skywarp from the infernal machine before it malfunctions and sends them back or somewhere far worse. He vows that no one can stand in his way. Death to the Autobots. Jazz responds with a wide swing at Thundercracker. Thundercracker lifts Wheeljack and hurls him onto Jazz. Skywarp weakly says, "No, removal means death." Thundercracker replies, "I have no choice, brother. Once we get you out there, the Decepticons can rebuild you. I know it." Jazz shouts, "Don't. That's the only thing keeping his spark intact." Thundercracker growls, "Autobots lie. You disgust me," and tries to remove Skywarp from Teletron 1. Jazz and Wheeljack warn Thundercracker that removing Skywarp will kill him and bring the entire arc down with him as they struggle to restrain Thundercracker. As Jazz and Wheeljack, one goes high and the other low, but a sudden sonic boom knocks them both to the ground. "You'll pay for what you've done." Thundercracker roars. He unleashes his sonic boom attack, an ability first listed on his original tech specs. Skywarp, meanwhile, had been cannibalized by Starscream and Soundwave to repair Teletron 1 back in issue 4. Thundercracker's rampage, about to end with Jazz and Wheeljack's destruction, is abruptly halted by Ultra Magnus, who tears the incendiary cannons from his arms. Ultra Magnus says, "Hasn't your kind caused enough destruction, Decepticon?" Ultra Magnus says, "Will have you had your fill of war?" As he and Thundercracker clash, their heads colliding with a resounding impact. "I will never quit, not while my brother is in agony." Agony caused by Decepticon brothers, Jazz counters. "True," Thundercracker admits, "and I will have my revenge on them, but Skywarp was sacrificed for our greater good, allowing me and others to be restored. This is your arc. You've done nothing to end his suffering." Jazz and Starscream did this. Ultra Magnus interjects, "We haven't had the resources to repair him, or we would have." "Lies," Thundercracker shouts. Optimus steps forward. He speaks the truth. Optimus Prime says, "We fought to retake the arc as our base and found Skywarp in this state. This was not our doing. This foul work was the wicked toll of Decepticon hands. We took no joy in seeing Skywarp like this. Had it been within our power, we would have repaired him." "Impossible," Thundercracker snaps. "You would never." Optimus Prime continues, "We are warriors on opposing sides, but we are all Cybertronian. Look into my optics and hear my word. You know what your allies are capable of. You may still have a glimmer of hope within you, not yet corrupted by your actions. Allow that part of you to recognize the truth in what I say. I ask this humbly." Thundercracker hesitates. "Horn," Optimus continues, "if your true goal is to restore your brother to what he once was, then surrender. We have now acquired the resources needed to do just that, and I give you my word, it will be done." Thundercracker's voice softens. "You can restore him?" him? Optimus Prime nods. I swear it. It's a moral dilemma for Thundercracker. Though a loyal Decepticon, his heart is torn between allegiance to his cause and the desperate hope to save his friend Skywarp. Optimus Prime promises to make Skywarp whole again and free him from Teletron 1. Ultra Magnus questions, Optimus, is this wise? Optimus Prime replies, he cares for his brethren as we do. How can we ever hope to end this war if we cannot find common ground? Ultra Magnus narrows his optics. I notice you said end, not win. Magnus is clearly concerned about showing such mercy to a Decepticon. Optimus answers, forgive me, friend. I find that I cannot fathom an end to this conflict that will feel like a win. Ultra Magnus sighs and says, hold on to these just in case. Optimus Prime does not return alone. He is accompanied by General Flagg and his supply of Energon. General Flagg grins. Hell of a show, bravo. Impressive conflict resolution skills, A+. Couldn't feel more confident that I picked the right side. Wheeljack looks uncertain. Is he welcome here? Optimus Prime replies, General Flagg is our ally, Wheeljack. He'll be providing us with resources we need to engage the Decepticons more effectively, as well as other gifts. Wheeljack raises an optic ridge. Okay, a bite. Like what? General Flagg delivered more than words. He brought Mirage and Bulkhead, plus enough Energon to repair and reactivate them. He promised all of this to Optimus Prime in the last issue. Wheeljack thanks General Flagg for the aid and for speeding up the cleanup in Chicago. The size difference between them is obvious as Wheeljack praises Flagg's people. Wheeljack then offers his services to help rebuild the city. With Autobot technology, they could construct a functional, well-defended urban center for humans. General Flagg agrees, saying Wheeljack will have whatever he needs. Wheeljack expresses his gratitude and says he wants to return the favor for the help they were given. Ultra Magnus voices his concern about Thundercracker moving freely among them. I don't like him walking among us. Shouldn't we lock him up with Soundwave, he asks. Optimus Prime replies that how they treat Thundercracker will determine what he becomes. Treat him like a prisoner and he will think like a prisoner. Treat him like an ally and he might just surprise them. Sometime later, Wheeljack reports that he should be able to get Teletron working again. He offers to repair Optimus once he's finished, but Optimus insists they begin repairs with those who need them most. In this case, Skywarp. Wheeljack and Ultra Magnus object, both still uneasy about Thundercracker's presence, but Optimus stands firm on his decision. Optimus Prime then approaches Soundwave, saying, I figure you could use this. Stay put. All our recent efforts don't make me regret my generosity, as he offers Energon to the imprisoned Decepticon. Soundwave responds, your actions are appreciated. Your motives are questionable. Optimus replies, my motive? I know how little Energon you're all scraping by with since we got here. I'm just trying to show a little kindness. Soundwave says coldly, your attempts to turn me against my kind are utter failure. I was not swayed before. I will not be swayed now. Autobots inferior, Decepticons superior. Optimus answers, you seem awfully loyal to a group that abandoned you and left you for dead at your lowest moment. Admiral, perhaps, but a little foolish. Soundwave responds, your clumsy attempt to convert me is laughable, yet appreciated. Optimus nods and says, fair enough. Enjoy the Energon, before walking away, leaving Soundwave to his rations. In Chicago, the Autobots continue assisting with the cleanup alongside Carly and Spike. Shredhead proves especially impressive to their new allies, helping Beachcomber rescue a group of humans trapped beneath heavy debris. You cut to a moment with Carly and Spike. Spike says, that one is something else, Shredhead. Carly replies, that's one way of putting it. Rad as heck also comes to mind. How are you holding up with all this, Spike? Spike says, hanging in there, I guess, after everything we've been through, and now being surrounded by people who somehow have it even worse. It's wild, Carly answers. Yeah, wild is one word for it. Come here, and she pulls Spike into a hug. Spike says, it's okay. We're strong. We're going to get through this. Carly replies, you sound just like him. Spike says, my dad's no Optimus Prime. Carly remarks that Spike is sounding more like Optimus Prime, likely a lingering effect of their connection through the matrix of leadership back in issue 22. Nearby, RC welcomes Shredhead as a member of of the team, and Shredhead thanks her. Meanwhile, at the Shadow Watch underground base, Miles Mayhem examines the 3D scans they took of Optimus Prime during his visit. These scans will allow them to study the Transformers conversion process in detail. Mayhem asks the technician if he has shared this information with General Flagg, insisting that the fewer people who know about it, the better. If the technician confirms that Flagg has not been told, Mayhem calmly draws a pistol and shoots him. Miles Mayhem is clearly fascinated by Optimus Prime transformative abilities, foreshadowing the eventual creation of the signature transforming vehicles used by M.A.S.K and V.E.N.O M. On Cybertron, Elita 1 assigns Cliffjumper the mission of venturing deep into Decepticon territory to recover the remaining components of Shockwave's space bridge. She frames it as an opportunity for him to redeem himself for what she views as betrayal, but Cliffjumper insists he made the right call when he chose to help Earth. Elita, however, is tired of hearing about Earth. Her focus is on the desperate condition of their fellow Autobots, many of whom lie in stasis, locked throughout their base, barely clinging to life. Shockwave's space bridge was destroyed back in issue 12 when Optimus detonated it to save Earth, inadvertently trapping Elita and Cliffjumper on Cybertron. Cup was last seen being blown apart during Elita's assault on Shockwave's lab in issue 7, and his damaged body appeared again in issue 15 when Blue Streak recovered Warpath. Believing Cup was gone, Streak left him behind. Eventually, Elita later chose to retrieve him, fortunate because Cup is not as gone as Blue Streak assumed. On the Ark, Wheeljack finishes his repair to both Teletron 1 and Skywarp. The Decepticon teleporter seems disoriented, his optics darting around the room in confusion. When Optimus attempts to explain, Wheeljack interjects. I don't know how much he remembers from this time as part of Teletron. He's probably extremely disoriented. Optimus steps forward gently. Skywarp, I know this must be alarming, seeing us like this walking up in unfamiliar surroundings. You know we mean you no harm. Your parts were used to repair our computer, but not by us. We wanted to make it right. I'm sorry for what was done to you. No Cybertronian should ever be forced to endure something like that, no matter their allegiance. Skywarp lashes out and attacks Optimus Prime. Wheeljack scrambles to shield Teletron from any stray blast, while Thundercracker tries desperately to calm his fellow Seeker. Thundercracker pleads, no, they restored you. Please have reason, brother. But Skywarp snarls. What have they done to you? Why do you say these things? Ultra Magnus steps forward. He can't be reasoned with. Step aside, Thundercracker. Skywarp fires, but Thundercracker blocks the shot, shouting, no! A moment later, Skywarp transforms and flies away. However, it is to no avail as Skywarp transforms and flies through the ship to escape. He soon comes across Soundwave, who urges him to return to Decepticons and alert Megatron. Soundwave says, escape while you can. Alert Megatron. Attempting to return and find the Decepticons is imperative. Regrouping for a counter-strike is inevitable. Thundercracker catches up and tries to reason with him, reminding Skywarp that it was their fellow Decepticons who mutilated him in the first place. But Skywarp refuses to listen, insisting that it was done out of desperation and everything will return to normal once Megatron comes back. Thundercracker pleads no, but Skywarp snaps back. You always were weak. The Decepticons don't need you. You won't be missed. Thundercracker refuses to return with him, but Skywarp simply transforms and flies away. Optimus Prime says, let him go. We're in no shape to pursue him for now. Thundercracker then turns to the Autobots and says, you don't have to fear me. I know where I belong. I've chosen my side. Thundercracker's optics still glow Decepticon red, but he is with the Autobots. Aboard the Nemesis, Scrapper and Rumble have scourged the seafloor and recovered what little energon they could, bringing it before Megatron. Megatron says, this is it. Scrapper replies, we searched everywhere, Megatron. We knew some of the energon you collected from Shockwave's machine was lost on the seafloor when Optimus Prime destroyed it, but we thought there'd be more than this. Rumble adds, trust us, Megatron. If it was out there, we got it. This is everything. Megatron growls, this is barely enough for my own repairs, let alone any of your pathetic fools. Rumble says, the humans are generating power through a wide array of primitive technology. We could easily overtake them and generate generate more Energon long before the Autobots get their own supply. Scrapper's suggestion echoes the classic Decepticon strategy from Generation 1 cartoon, harvesting human-made energy to convert into Energon. But his suggestion is cut short when Megatron suddenly collapses to his knees, shrieking in agony. The other Decepticons can do nothing but watch as Megatron clutches his head, his eyes blazing with a violent purple glow. Next, presented by Skybound Entertainment, distributed by Image Comics, Transformers Volume 4, Issue 27, Energon Universe.